Hello to all you pirates out there. I'm Bandit Banks and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be going over the top 10 obtainable Sea of Thieves titles. These are titles that you can still get in the game and are not time limited. Whether you are here because you are tired of having the same title as every other pirate and you want something unique, really cool that stands out, or because you just want to see where your title ranks up, at least in my opinion, this video is for you. Do keep in mind, like I just said, this is my opinion. There are hundreds of titles out there, and it took me actually a long time to whittle it down to, well, it's 15 total, 5 honorable mentions, and top 10. Originally it was supposed to be 5, but I just could not narrow it down further than 15, because there's so many cool titles in this game. So, if you think I missed a title, or you disagree with my opinion, please leave the title that you would put where, or the reordering of my list in the comment section below. For this video, I will also be discluding titles that require you to do something outside of Sea of Thieves, such as the Creator Crew titles for streaming this game, as that's not done in the game. That is something you have to do outside of it. While you are streaming the game, you have to put in the extra Twitch work, or the Noteworthy Artist of the Sea titles. So titles you get for winning the hashtag SOT shot contest on Twitter and that jazz. I just don't view these titles as in-game and obtainable because, well, they are obtainable, obviously, but they just require more work outside. Anyways, I've rambled on for long enough. If you do like this video, please be sure to drop a like, and without further ado, let's hop straight in to this top 10. Now, starting off this list, coming in at number 10, we have the Master of Thrones title. Now, do keep in mind, for these titles, I'm going to be mainly judging them based on how cool they sound, in my opinion, but also taking into account the rarity and the amount of work required to get these titles. So for the Master of Thrones titles, you need to complete all Skeleton Throne commendations in the Bilge Rats section to get the Master of Thrones. It's a pretty taxing one. You don't see many people with it because it's pretty hard to complete all the large throne commendations where you have to have multiple people sitting on the throne from different crews, and it just sounds pretty cool. It's a cool title, it's pretty rare, not many people have it, and it stands out. And for those reasons, Master of Thrones comes in at the 10th best title in this game. Coming in the 9th spot, we have Seeker of Lost Souls. This title is awarded for purchasing 250 bounty voyages from the Order of Souls. It's not a terribly difficult title to get, as you can just server hop and just keep getting the voyages over and over and over until eventually you've purchased 250s. You don't need to complete them. So why is this coming in at number 9? First of all, you don't see many people running it, and it just sounds really cool. Seeker of Lost Souls. You know, you're out there, you're an adventurer, you've got that badass title on, and people see it, they're looking, they're like, damn, that's actually a pretty cool title. Kind of symbolizes that, like, PvP aspect, like you're searching for those lost souls out there on the sea. And it's one of those titles that I've seen my crewmates run, because again, it just sounds really cool. It's a unique title, and it just comes in as an overall solid title and a solid pick for the number 9 spot on this list. Coming in at number 8, we have the Legendary Thief title. This title can be obtained by selling 5 stolen Chest of Legends to the Mysterious Stranger. While this title is a bit overused and there are cheats around it, such as being in an alliance, it is still, to this day, one of my all-time favorite titles. I used to rock it all the time. Now, what's so special about this title? Being a legendary thief, or coming across someone who has that legendary thief title in a pirate game, you know they mean business. While the title doesn't always reflect the skill, which is a common trait you'll see, it's still a pretty badass title. It still sounds super cool in a pirate game, and when you see that title, you're like, damn, these guys might actually know what they're doing. It kind of gives that good first impression that you want. And for all of these reasons, Legendary Thief comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have the Hunter of the Monstrous Beast title. This title can be obtained by turning in 50 pieces of cooked kraken meat to the Hunter's Call. Now, why this title? When it comes to thinking about like titles that you would get for PvEing against like dangers such as the Kraken and Meg, a legendary Kraken Hunter tends to come to mind, and I've seen this title out there a lot. but not a lot of people actually know about this title, and Hunter of the Monstrous Beast sounds so much cooler than Legendary Kraken Hunter, in my opinion. You're out there just fighting these monsters. Not a kraken. Monster just sounds so much cooler. It's pretty rare. Not a lot of people even know that this title exists because not a lot of people use the Hunter's Call. So you get that rarity, you get that really cool reaction, like damn, that's a dope title. And it just comes in as an overall solid pick for number 7 on this list. Coming in at number 6, we have the Hoarder of Treasured Tears title. This is a title I actually don't have yet, and it's one that I am currently working towards. To obtain this title, you need to sell 100 Chest of Sorrows to the Gold Hoarders. Now, why this title? I think for this title, it's kind of self-explanatory why this title is so awesome, especially if you're a PvP person. You know, you're collecting all the tears of those PvE players out there. You know, when people complain to you, you can just be like, read the title. You know, you're crying to me, all this stuff. You know, you're collecting those tears, just that whole idea behind it. I know that's not what the title means, it's for the Crying Chest of Sorrow, obviously, but just how it sounds, it comes off so awesome. And for those reasons, this title comes in at number 6 on our list. Coming in at number 5, we have Bone Hall Bandit. To achieve this title, you need to turn in 10 stolen rag and bone crates to their respective sea posts. So why this title? Now first of all, I may be a bit biased, as Bandit is in my name, and Bone Hall Bandit and Bandit Banks, I did rock that combination for a bit, and it does sound pretty cool. But the main reason behind this one is because a lot, and I mean a lot, of especially sweat lords use this title. When I run into someone with this title, I know they actually probably mean business. It is a really cool title, it rolls off the tongue. Bone Hall Bandit, it just sounds cool, it flows like that way. It's also not a particularly easy title to get. Again, you can cheat with alliances, but most people don't. And due to the fact that it's kind of a meme in the PvP community and a lot of high-level players use it, it is kind of got that image of a really intimidating title when you see someone who has it. So for all these reasons, Bone Hall Bandit comes in at number 5 on our list. Coming in at number 4, we have the Triumphant Sea Dog title. Now we're really starting to move into titles that take a lot of work, but also sound the coolest for obvious reasons. To obtain the Triumphant Sea Dog title, you need to own every Triumphant Sea Dog clothing item, vanity, everything. And to own all those, you pretty much need to 100% the arena mode, complete every commendation you can possibly complete. So why is this title ranked so high? Pretty simple. Anyone who has this title put in a lot of time. You know it, they know it, they know what they're doing when it comes to PvP. You see this title, you know that this person has a good idea. They know exactly what they're doing when it comes to PvP, and it is not going to be an easy fight. It is a very, very, very intimidating title. It checks that box. It sounds pretty cool too, Triumphant Sea Dog, but the main reason for this title being this high is just the image behind it. When you see someone with this title, you know the amount of work they put into this game, and you know you might want to think twice before getting into a fight with them. So for these reasons, Triumphant Sea Dog comes in at number 4 on our list. Coming in at number 3, we have the Legend of the Sea of Thieves title. To obtain this title, you need to sink 500 skeleton ships as a pirate legend. A lot of my friends, they put this at number 1 on their list, but I'm putting it at number 3. And this is one of those titles that I also don't have at the moment, and it's one of the ones that I am working towards. So why number 3? Why is this title so awesome? I mean, just listen to it. Legend of the Sea of Thieves. You're not just another pirate, you are a legend on these seas. And it also is a bit of a longer title, and if you have a longer title on, people are more likely to notice it and look up and be like, wow, Legend of the Sea of Thieves. That is sick. This person knows what they're doing. It sounds awesome. It's really rare because it takes a lot of work to sink 500 skelly ships as a pirate legend, and it just overall is a really, really cool title and easily deserves the number 3 spot on this list. Coming in at number 2 on this list, we have the Master of Fearless Freedom title. To obtain this title, you need to represent the Reaper's Emissary in the Master tier at the closure of an Emissary Ledger for 4 times. So you need to be in the top tier of Reapers 4 times to get this title. This title is so awesome. If I didn't have the number 1 ranked title, this is the one I would use for sure. It is super dope. The entire idea of being a pirate is you're free, and you're a master of freedom. You're a master of fearless freedom. You're not scared of anything. This title is intimidating. I don't think I've ever seen anyone really rock it. And while there isn't much of an image behind people who rock this title, because it is like not seen really ever, it's such a cool title. It really is. It is probably the coolest sounding title. You're free, you're living that pirate life, and you are not scared of anything. And for all these reasons, Master of Fearless Freedom comes in as the number 2 best ranked title in this game. Before we move on to the number 1 ranked title in this game, in my opinion, I want to go over 5 quick honorable mentions that I have. These titles barely miss the cut, and there's about 15 other titles that barely miss the cut of being an honorable mention. Again, there's a lot of cool titles in this game, and it's really hard to narrow it down to a top 10. So the first of these titles is the Legendary Merchant of Bone title. You get this title by handing in 100 Ancient Bone Dust to the Merchant Alliance as a pirate legend. It sounds really cool. It's got that kind of PvP aspect to it, like just the bone in it, like Legendary Merchant of Bone, like almost like you're trading, kills. It's a great PvP title. It sounds cool. It's hard to get, and pretty rare. You don't see this title too much, so it's a really solid option. The second honorable mention we have is the Chronicler of Legend title. Now, to obtain this title, you need to uncover all 60 Legends of the Sea for Umbra. They're scattered all around. There's maps out there to go find them. Honestly, there's some pretty cool lore behind it. It's a lot of first players, just kind of cool things that the devs have thrown in. So it doesn't take too long to get, maybe 2 hours to go around and get them all. But it's a cool sounding title, kind of like you're a storyteller. You're writing the stories on the seas. Comes off really cool, not seen too much, and a really solid option as well for another cool title in this game. The third honorable mention for best title in this game is the Legend of Cursed Iron title. To get this title, you need to complete all of the Cursed Cannonball Skeleton commendations. It's a tricky title to get. I don't, again, have it yet. It's one of the ones I want to work towards eventually. It sounds really cool. It's, again, PvP oriented. Legend of Cursed Iron just sounds super dope. It's a title you see in a lot of really sweaty players, and it's pretty rare as well. So again, another solid pick for an honorable mention. The fourth honorable mention we have is the Legendary Sea Dog title. A lot of people have Legendary Sea Dog as being a better title than Triumphant Sea Dog, but in my opinion, Triumphant Sea Dog takes a lot more work, it's a lot harder to get, and the players on average who have that title and rock that title are far better, and it just sounds cooler to me, Triumphant Sea Dog. Again, Legendary Sea Dog, great pick, great option, really cool title and difficult to get, but I feel like it's overused, which is why it didn't exactly make the top 10. And the fifth and final honorable mention I have for this video is the Hunter of the Shrouded Ghost title. Now I'm putting this mainly in here so I don't get sued by Sea of Thieves, but between you and me, I said obtainable titles in this game, and this thing doesn't exist. Now, if Rare wants to pay me and give me the title, I will happily say it exists, but I have, close to 2,000 hours in this game, and I have never seen this thing, so I'm convinced it is a figment of the imagination. All those videos out there are fake, and the streamers are just given those titles. They've never actually run into the Shrouded Ghost. On a real note, though, why this title isn't in the top 10 is simply because it's a luck-based title. It's not really skill-based, and while it does sound cool, I don't know, I just don't like that it's completely random. Like a day 1 might have it, and a day 1,000 who's way better might not have it, so I can't really judge someone based off this title, except for the fact that they're one lucky son of a bitch. And with that wraps up the honorable mentions, so it's time to move in to the number 1 ranked Sea of Thieves title. And coming in at number 1, was there ever any doubt, we have the Gold Picaroon title. Nah, I'm just kidding. Coming in at number 1, we have Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves. Now you may be asking yourself, wow, that's a really cool title. How do you get it? And to you, I'd say if you want to do something stupid like I did and give up 1 month of your real life to fishing, this title is all yours. You need 57 grade 5 commendations in the Hunter's Call, which means you need to complete every single grade 5 commendation in the Hunter's Call, and these commendations are not short, they are time consuming. They take a while. there, you need to catch thousands of fish, literally. You need to fish old boots out of the sea. You need to cook meat. You need to fight megs and crack. Like, there are so many combinations in the Hunter's Call. Was this title worth the time? Absolutely not. But is this the best sounding title in the game, and am I glad that I have it now? Yes. Yes, I am. It is so cool sounding. Barely anyone has it. It's a really long, if not the longest title in the game. And Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves, I'm out there hunting players. It sounds just that much better than Legend of the Sea of Thieves, being a PvP-oriented player. And overall, there is no better title that you can currently get in this game than Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves. And with that, that just about wraps up this video. I do hope you enjoyed and you somewhat agree with my list. Please drop your list down below in the comments. If you think I missed something, if you have, a different order, if you think some of these didn't deserve to be up here, please, again, let me know down below. I want to see what everyone else thinks and see how accurate my portrayal of the best titles in this game really are. Anyways, thank you guys very, very, very much for tuning in. I hope you have a great day, and see you out there on the seas.